Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the Panda Photographer here. And I do apologize for yesterday's live stream. Let me explain why and what happened yesterday's live stream, so you guys can have a better idea on what happened. Basically, the university's Wi-Fi was shutting down off and on yesterday, so there were breaks in the live that cut off and on, and YouTube is supposed to continue the live if there's Wi-Fi interference. Instead, they broke it in like 7 different parts, and I decided to delete 6 of those parts and keep one of the main ones that definitely showed that I was trying to show you guys in the real world how I'm going to be editing this. So basically, I'm just going based on how I feel as I edit this review on this Irix 150 micro lens. I'm not going to be turning to like sometime February, end of February, because I need more time with it. So I'm going to let Iris know that I haven't really dived into the lens, but I just want to add the first part of this video, and as I go along, ladies and gentlemen, trust me, I am a self-taught editor. No one taught me how to edit. I'm going based on how I feel fit. I may even change the song in the process. I may absolutely do a bunch of other things that I just don't feel comfortable with. But it is freezing cold outside here in Madison, Wisconsin. So, and Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be the coldest days, and we're going to break a record here. Wednesday is supposed to feel negative 65. That's extremely dangerous. They are talking about if you're outside, within a few seconds, your skin will freeze up. So they want everyone to stay in. So if you guys be so supportive in this live stream, if you guys like what you see and like what you hear when it comes down to the music selection, because I will, like I said, I will change the music selection if I don't feel fit with it. But this is just based on how I'm going. So this was yesterday's live stream. So I added my intro, and it seems I'm not going to add my own intro. I'm definitely not going to. And basically, this is what I've come up with so far. But trust me, guys, once I put the animations and the graphic titles in later on, so what I'm doing is actually assembling and editing it at the same time. I will color grade these in a bit. And I was thinking about doing something at this point, at this keyframe of the song. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm thinking about doing something really cool with the video footage. I'm not quite sure yet. So right now I need to fix something within these first 6 scenes. So what I do is, normally when I'm editing, I normally come to where you see the project, and when I import a file that I like, I will rename the file so I know to relocate it if I need to make changes to it. So even though the clip may say, for instance, let's do this. I'm going to import a file, and say if I wanted to import, see, this was the one file, and now I need to import. I will open this, really. I will open this first to see if I want to use it or not. This seems a little bit soft, so I will be adding sharpness to these videos because I'm shooting on the iPhone. And there's a little bit of shake there too, so I may, and you can see from these clips that I gathered. So with that beat that I just you guys were just listening to, I was just trying to see if I can cut within those beats, like boom, because I'm showing the warranty card, both sides of the warranty card, as you can see. See the logo, what's in the box, the presentation. The presentation of the box is just amazing. So what I'm going to do is add these 6 parts here, and where this song with that bass comes in, right about there. Boom, boom, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, boom, boom. So I have an idea what I want to do with this, and then I'm not going to use the whole entire song. What I'm going to do is break it down. So what I need to do first, guys, is show you how I'm going to fix these first 6 clips, because I feel like this needs to be stabilized a little bit more. See, right there is where I should have taken that high key note on that song, or that tone. Right there. Boom. I should move this over. See? That's perfect. That's, see? So I'm trying to match the scene with the music as much as possible, so you guys can enjoy it. I know it's a soft beat at the beginning, but, and as you can see, I have to stabilize this footage. You can see that little wobble there, so now I have to crop even more, so it doesn't have that shake. So gotta go back in here and fine tune it. Now this video is going to take me time to process and edit this, because I need it to be right. See, I just don't. You see right there, if we go back just a couple of middle frames a second, it kind of wobbles right there, that jello effect. I really don't like that. See that jello effect right there? Boom. You see that? You see that? I don't like that. So what I have to do is probably cut this even more, because I really don't like it. I don't like that jello. See that jello effect? See that? I just don't like it. I don't think it's, so I'm gonna have to like, see here. Make sure we get the jello effect out of the frame. So when you are editing any of your product reviews, take your time, don't rush. So I'm gonna actually do this instead. I'm gonna cut. So I'm gonna take the cut tool. I'm gonna cut this, clear it. Oops, no. What I should have done is spread this more, like that. So this slide bar on the bottom here helps me spread the timeline, so I can get accurate pinpoint. So I'm gonna just cut this out and remove it as much as possible. Now I can add a sequence in here. Set the sequence down like I had it before, 20. And I can come in here and line that sequence up. Let me move. And let me see how I lined that up correctly. I need to do that over time. So if you guys like what you see so far, please do like, support, and please, if you guys want to donate to the PayPal, it really will help me this week, because this is a really kind of like a desperate time this week, because it's going to be extremely cold. The more you guys help me with the donations, the more I can pay for hotel fees as I'm traveling as a travel photographer, and it's going to be cold as hell. I need to reanalyze this now. So normally when I analyze footage, I don't use 50% stabilization. I use 10%. So let's do 10%. We're going to reanalyze it. Now keep in mind, I am using Adobe OBS to record this in live stream in 1080p. So if I wasn't using OBS, I'm telling you right now, the analyzation would have been much faster. So the CPU is doing a lot of loading right now and a lot of computer processing. So bear with me as it tries to analyze the footage. So we're gonna just wait a few minutes, but please do subscribe and like and share. And I got affiliate links down in the description below. If you do have a Canon, a Nikon version, or a Pentax K version, if you guys really want to use this lens, please, they're down in the description below, and other products like Sony cameras and other things like that. But now we're gonna see how this is gonna turn out. Oh. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is use this timeline bar down on the bottom, and I'm going to check the footage. See, that's perfect, right on key with the song. I kind of want to just emphasize that if you're going to select a song, try to blend it with the song as much as possible when you're editing. Now, I'm a self-taught. I didn't go to school for this. I went to school for something else. I learned this over time doing YouTube videos of my gaming channels and my science channel. It was pretty fun, but see right there, somewhere right here, I need to blend the next clip, the third clip. Because this is the second clip. This is the second clip here. You see it? Second clip. So we need to cue that second clip and make sure we rename it properly. Okay. So I'm gonna rename it C002 from the Canon side. Yep. And 6 clip. Alright, so somewhere right here I need to let's see how this looks. Alright, I need to try to blend it somehow. See? Trying to match it up as much as possible. Trying to. I know this is early morning live stream. This is the only time I can do it because I really want to use this private study room here at the Public Library because I can't do these lives at the university because there's a lot of students. It's just too loud and it's a distracting noise. So I may have to turn my CPU fan speed up a little bit, guys, if it starts to bottleneck. So right now I have my CPU undervolt. This is a quad-core system. Now I'm using a laptop, not using a desktop. So you guys have to understand. I have different profiles here. TPP means ThePandaPhotographer. So I have different profiles here. So right now it's at 60. It's doing well, but I really want consistent activity. So if I want, I can just turn it up a little bit here. You may hear the fans pop on and on, but I want it to do it naturally when it gets a little bit too hot. So I just want to show you guys what kind of system I'm using. I'm using a Lenovo Y700. Let you guys see the specs. I used to have 32 gigabytes, and I had to sell the 32 gigabytes. Well, most of it to pay off bills or stuff like that. But you can see I'm using an NVIDIA GeForce 960 2GB version of this card. I'm using a quad-core system. I'm only using SSD, so when I am rendering or doing any rendering or processing, hopefully it writes to my SSDs as fast as possible. So I do recommend SSDs when you're doing video work. It's a much better process. See, and right there is where I want to blend this track, and then I can and let's see where we go. See, all right, so I know where to go with this. See, pay attention to my audio file. That's when I'm hitting the peak. When you see these peaks right here, these high peaks, when the bling, that's what I'm trying to go for, is hit that note on the song. Trying to definitely hit the note on the song as much as possible. Alright, so now let me start from this point. Let me spread this a little bit so I can get it right on cue. So always use this timeline bar on the bottom so you can get a nice little spread. So if you need to get really precise in editing the track with the video clip or scene, it does help. So let's get back here. Right there, you see that? Right there is where I want it to be. So I may have to analyze this. No, I don't. And put this over. And now I can take that bar again and fix it. Now I'm gonna actually unlink the audio file from that footage, which I already did. Now I can clear it and delete it. Now I can put this clip in here, do another sequence. Now I do have other sequences that I may want to change over time to see how well that blends in. So if I wanted to just do this, show you one of the, I like to use this triangle. So say if I wanted to use this clip, but want to use a fader at the same time, I double click that, put 20 seconds. This transition fade, let me get a little bit deeper. See, get a little more spread. Okay, a little more spread. Let's get it precise. Okay, now it's has to process this clip. See, now I added an animation. Now I have to render this clip in order to make sure that it plays back smoothly. So here's that problem. So now I need to fix that animation because it's too slow. If we use the bar again, it's just too slow winding in. So what I need to do is go back to the beginning of this clip. Oops. To this clip. Alright. And we need to go right there. And I need to bring this in much faster. Bring this in much faster. See? That looks a little better now. See, the animation has changed. Now, as I said before, guys, the animation will change over time. I may make some changes over the course of the process of days as I edit this video. I'm not really in a rush to edit this video and post it out. I want to be really professional with this one because I was sent this lens to review and I haven't had the opportunity to have enough time to do it due to other obligations in the way. and limit conditions. So see that animation? See, I don't want it to black out. I don't want it to black out here. So what I need to do is extend this a little bit more. See? I don't want it to black out because it just doesn't look very clean to, in my opinion. It doesn't just look clean. So, and I know you guys will probably say, "Wow, you're taking a while on this first part. Most people do this in a heartbeat." Well, technically, no. Most people on YouTube would take their time doing reviews like this. Professional photographers and videographers will say or may agree with me when I say this. If you take your time, the end result will be the best result you will ever receive from your community and from your audience. Audio makes up 50% of your audience, and the content that you create makes up 50% of your audience. So you really want to at least get 80% of the audience to accept what you have done and the hard work that you accomplish yet. And I just want to show what I have to go through in the process. So, alright, that looks good. It just seems a little bit. So now what I want to do with this, since this is precise, can we feather it? Complete transition. Counterclockwise. Alright, we're gonna leave this one alone. Actually, let me fix the. Yeah. So now pay attention to my audio track. You see these high notes? These are where I want to actually make the beat go with some of the scenes that I will be adding to it. So I'm trying to get a note where I hit that note. So I'm gonna clear this in. And I'm gonna cut this out. See right there when it blocks out. Now we can go back into the project folder. Now I can select. Now I can go in here and select the next scene, which is this scene here. And what we're gonna do is, this is the 7th clip. And we can go in here now and we can unlink. What we are doing in this part is assembling and making sure we get what we want when we match the audio with everything. That's what we are trying to do. And then later we can add the color grading, we can do the animations and effects later on. So I'm gonna actually just unlink it, the audio from that clip, and what I want to do is do this. Okay, maybe we should not. Actually, let me go back in here, clear. Let me go back and clear this again. Let's go back in here. Make sure it's gone. Alright, I made a mistake here. See? Take your time. It's a clip 11 that I was supposed to be the 7th clip. Seventh clip. And leave the original title name of the clip so you know which one it is, like C11, so you know which one it is. So I'm going to go back in here, unlink the audio from that video file or footage or B-roll. That's B-roll. See, right on cue. Listen, watch the song and watch. So somewhere I have to get really creative with this stretch. You see this stretch here between this high key note on the song and this key note on the song? Somewhere between here I had to get really creative. There's a So now I'm gonna have to probably see what I come up with this. I don't have to stabilize this footage at all. And when I want to do it, now the next clip. And I like to save my progress because sometimes Adobe Premiere kind of crashes on me once in a blue moon. So I'm a fear of that. I got paranoia from that. But now we can take clip 12. I'm trying to go in order here. And this could be the 8th. The 8th clip. Untitled. I'm writing that wrong. Oh, who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? I know what it is. And again, I'm going to unlink the audio from the B-roll footage. Play this back. Get a feel of it. Boom, dun, dun. See, that doesn't feel right to me. Somewhere, I need to do something really creative here. So, I think I have an idea of what I want to do. I think I have an idea. So, yes, do this, guys. We're going to spread this really. Watch. Right there. See where this song goes doon 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 doon. Yes, try to add video clips. Good morning, KB. Good morning, KB. Let's add video clips and see what we can add to that beat. Just pay attention to the audio. Right there. So right in between here is where we need to cut the scene once more. And if you guys like what you see here, please do subscribe and like. If you guys really want to support the channel this week, it really would help me if you guys $1 or $2. The PayPal donation link is down in the description below. It really does help me out. But what we're going to try to do is okay. So I need to pay a really close attention to this video clip, to this audio file. I'm going to stretch it more. I need to catch it. Okay, what I'm going to do is do this. We're going to add another clip to this. This is going to be my 9th clip. And then what we're going to do, to order to match scenes up perfectly, I'm going to unlink this first. I should be unlinking that first, to be honest with you. And what I'm going to do is match each of my clips that I want to synchronize with that keynote in that song. This is clip. Remember, always name your files. Tent clip. Unlink. And then we're gonna match it up again. I know what you guys are doing. Like, what are you doing? Why are you stacking it? I'm stacking it for a reason. Watch what I did. So now, if I put them all and we do this, see how that works out. Oh, you see how that is working out with that keynote in that song? Just pay attention to it. See, you see where I'm going with it now? See, you gotta really think fast when you're editing your footage. And when you're doing this, you gotta think really fast. So, now we're gonna keep doing this process. And this is why I was stacking the footage to actually make sure that we get the exact same amount of length of footage, not an inch, not a millisecond more. So we're gonna continue. Let me save it again. We're gonna continue to add. So we did, let's make sure we did 14. Now we're gonna do 15. And what I'm going to do is make sure unlink the audio from the B-roll once again. So in this video, as I said before, we are only doing assembling and editing the first part. So we are trying to make sure that we get what we want. And we need to name this 11. I should just do these by numbers. It'd be easier. Cut down on time and type in at that end. And since we have 15, now we're gonna do another one. We're gonna at least do 3 more somehow. We got 15. Let's check this video clip out. See, this is motion. I don't need the motion. I need still shots. Okay. We're gonna take 9 again. Where's 9? 9? Where are you, 9? You're the 5th clip. Alright. So what I like to do is highlight covered, move this over. There's a reason why I want to make sure that I'm going in order with these synchronized clips, so it's not too distracting from the goal of what I'm doing. So now I'm going to have to line this up with this footage, use the cut tool again, clear it, go back, and take this one more time. Alright. Okay. Seems like we have to do this maybe 2 to 3 more times. We may have to do that 2 or 3 more times. So and it just mellows out here. So we need to go back. Okay. We may have to do this 2 more times to see here. Let's get one more clip in here. Is this a still shot? It is. So we're going to use 7. We already have 7 here. Where is 7? We may have 7 in here. We got 14. Okay, what I need to do is rename these files again. 4 clip. So 8. Oh, 8. What the hell? Okay. A clip. Make sure these are lined up perfectly so I can read these better. See, guys, I have to redo this over it to make sure. First clip. And the first clip, actually, if we go all the way back, is 03. C003. Alright. See? When you do this instead, it makes more sense. Test this out. Sorry guys, I have to redo this second clip. Trust me guys, this is going to pay off when you do such editing like this. Alright. You guys may think this is a hassle, but it's actually not a hassle. This is, if you do it right, you can find things faster when editing. You know, add comma, get these out of here. Third clip. The third clip. 1, 2, 3. You need to find out what the third clip was. This is okay. I think I know what this one is. C 00. Actually, don't actually. That's one error that I miscalculated. Alright. So now we have all of them. And we do not have, yes we do. No, we don't have 7 in here. See? Now I can see the files better. So we do not have 7. This is 7. Now we're going to add 7 in here. And 7 now is going to be my 12th clip. So that looks better. So now the 12th clip we're going to add to this timeline bar. Alright. I'm going to go back in here. Go back in here. And then we are going to Ooh, wrong one. Gotta pay attention. Unclip. Unlink first. To some people, this may be boring, but to some people, this gives a lot of people a lot to better understand how to process and edit their footage as a YouTuber. Because people don't actually edit their footage. And keep in mind, if you are not editing, if you're just uploading it straight from your iPhone to your YouTube channel, can I just say this as a professional advice, as a photographer and as a videographer to those who are trying to build their channel? Listen, shoot in 1080p 60 frames per second on your iPhone. Most of you should have 1080p on your iPhone. If you do not have 1080p on your iPhone, please, if you're using a camera, a small pocket-sized camera, put it on the highest quality settings possible for 1080p. Because either it shoots in 24 frames or 30 frames a second. Still, you want the highest quality so it looks good. And if you are going to edit your footage, please take the time to edit the footage. Because I'm seeing a lot of people complain about the most dumbest things about why I'm not getting more subs. Well, maybe you should put more effort into your content. And most people should be putting more effort into their content. So I just highlighted this. I'm going to move this over. And I'm going to put this clip here. And then I'm going to highlight all these again. And just move it right there. So now we can get this. See, right there. See, this is a tricky part. Trying to process this footage and edit this part right here is very, very tricky. Gotta make sure I got that on key. Alright, the next part, get a little bit more spread. Now, let's do this. So if we could just go back here. Something about right here doesn't seem right to me. Right there. Doesn't seem right to me. Try to stretch this out. Trying to move this in. See? It's that part right there. That needs to be more stretched. I'm going to leave that alone, but now I have to figure and keep it. And right after this clip, I had to come up with an idea how to blend this together. So Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so there's two segments of that beat. So I need to duplicate something. Yep, I need to duplicate. Yes, copy. And then I'm gonna paste. Boom. Well, you guys like that trick, did you? Yeah. Right there. Right there. I know I'm repeating it, but I'm just trying to try to see where I can come up with. And then maybe later I would change it. So guys, like I said, there's gonna be a series of these videos, to be honest with you. So I'm not teaching you everything in one video. That's not possible. Don't expect that. Don't expect to be a genius of Adobe Premiere in one day. That's just not practical. That's wishful thinking. I think you're going to be a genius one day and I'm going to teach you how to do this. No, it's better to take steps than rush your steps. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say is that if you go to war without a plan, you will surely fail at succeeding or conquering. I'm not saying go to war. I'm just saying that's just a good example. What I'm doing here is making steps. You see? You see how that feels? Just take the time out and just listen, watch and listen. Ah, that felt good. That felt good. That blackout period felt good. Ooh, see? It's coming together. It's coming together. It's coming together. It just takes a little bit more thinking and more a focus when coming to editing your footage. So if we go about right that. That seems about right. See, right there is where I put a new scene. Just feel the music. When you listen to the music, it gives you ideas. It gives you a sense of how to pursue your project. Because like I said, music is very important when doing these product reviews. And sometimes it's not, because some people don't do product reviews with their content. But for me, I want to share that music inspiration. Okay, so now we can go in here and now we can do some color grading. Yes, we can. So the software I like to use is called Film Convert. I'd like to go in here first and foremost. Let's go back in projects. Let's make new item. Let's make an adjustment layout. Alright. We're gonna make an adjustment layer. Okay. Then we can go back in effects. Then we can add an adjustment layer to that adjustment. We can add film convert to that adjustment layer. Go back in controls. And then we can set up my closest where I want it to. So I'm going to put the Sony. I'm going to put FSS. And I'm going to put it in movie mode. You see how that changes a little bit? Watch. Boom. Boom. See? The blacks are more richer. There's more depth in those blacks. But I'm not even done yet. And now I can go in here and choose like. So I'm going to shoot at Super 35. Because that's for crop. Nope. I want more. Yep. And what I like to do is do curve at 75. Grain, I put it at 25. And what I like to do is to pick a little bit of the shadows in the blues. And the highlights, I like to put them up a little red. And the midtones, I'm just going to leave it alone for the moment. But a saturation, I'm going to put 1/15. And I'm going to look at my levels really quickly here. Oh, and I need to pick it back. Now I'm going to make cuts within these cuts. Make adjustments. This is how I'm going to do it. Boom. So we're going to go back in here. Actually, we're going to do cuts of these. Cut. Cut. Ooh, this is a tricky one. We're going to have to do separate adjustment cut layers. Alright, so this is what I'm going to have to do. Just undo that. We're going to make the first cut here, right? Pay attention what I'm going to do next. And then take this adjustment layer again. Make another cut for this clip. Boom. Then we're going to come back down, making another adjustment layer for this clip. You see what I'm doing? Boom. Then we're going to come back in here, make another adjustment layer for this clip. Boom. Because the lighting is different for each clip, mind you. So I have to make adjustments based on the lighting. I need to redo that over. I don't like that cut. There we go, that's better. Is that aligned? Is that aligned? Yes, it is. It is aligned. It is aligned. We go back in here. And we're going to go back in here. Do another cut for this clip. Boom. Then we're going to go back in here. Make another cut for this layer. And then we're going to, oops, cut this once more, go back, and keep doing this process till you feel like you got everything perfect. Boom. Now we can make adjustments on the fly. See, that looks great already. But I kind of want to expose this. This looks kind of just a tad, a little bit underexposed. You guys will be like, wow, man, that's a lot of work you have to do. See, it's coming together, but this is the work that you have to put in. 100% of your hard-earned sweat pays off. I just feel like this should be exposed a little bit better. So what I'm going to come in here is make adjustments. Oops. Let's undo that. First, let's just pick the adjustment layer that we actually did, and then we're going to brighten this up a little bit. Just a wrap out there. I'm going to set this at 50. I think this shot, what is it, 5400? Oops. 5400 is the temperature. Actually, I want it cooled. So we're going to go about 4500. See how that looks. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. In my opinion, looks a little bit better. What do you guys think? And make sure this is live streaming correctly. Alright. What we can do is push it just a little bit. Give it a little bit of warmth. Some warmth. So since we are doing that, the next step, and we can extend this adjustment layer over and over again, so we don't have to continue to. What we're going to do now is do unsharpen. There we are. And then we're going to put it into this adjustment layout. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to see how the difference is. Look closely. Boom, 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 boom. So we're going to increase it by 75. And we're going to do 1.1. And can you guys see the difference? Can you guys see the difference? Okay, let me show you it 100%. Doesn't look like much, but there's a slight hint of it. So we can do 120, 2.2. See how much that looks. Oh yeah, that's a big difference. Pay attention to the M and the A and the 0. Look at the edges. Just look at the edges. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now I unsharpen it. Now look at it again. See how it just sharpens it just a bit? You see that? Look at the 2 closely. The F2. Do you see it? Unsharpen. Now sharpen. You see how that 2 just comes sharper? See? Sharpen. So you guys are probably saying, wow, man, all this for a video? All this for a review? Yes. The better my review, the better views I get. Now keep in mind, I don't recommend when people sub to my channel, I don't recommend that you go to a video just to click on the subscription button. Go to my profile page, the home page of my YouTube channel. Okay, don't go to a video and then click on the video, but you're not watching the video just to click subscribe. Did you realize that hurts me? And it hurts you in the process because YouTube sees your activities. Okay, you just link this, you're doing sub, and then I get in trouble because now YouTube thinks I just asked you to sub for sub, which caused me to not be shown to the world, which means YouTube is actually filtering my content or shadowing my content. Please take this with a grain of salt, ladies and gentlemen. Do not, and I repeat, do not sub for sub. Period. If you're gonna click on one of my videos or anyone's videos, and you're gonna sit there and click the video just to hit the subscribe button, you'd rather just sit there and just watch it. Now we're gonna jump back out. Now I'm gonna show you the subtle difference on Sharpen. That looks really good. Okay, now the system is my computer is like, okay, man, I'm choking here. Let's see how the system is doing. And the temperatures are reasonably nice. Okay. The fans haven't kicked in. This is why I love this laptop. The fans haven't kicked in. Okay, so now we can take the Sharpen tool, copy. We are going to do the same for this particular clip. I'm going to expose it just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not a lot. Okay. By the end. And then we're also going to do about 4700 on this. Actually, let's do 5000 because there's not a lot of. It's a little too warm, I think. Yeah, I think it's a little too warm. Yeah, a little warm. Right. Alright. Okay. And now we're gonna sharpen it. See that? There is a difference. Do you see a subtle difference? Let me zoom in 100%. Let me scroll up on the footage. Pay attention. This is unsharpened. Now this is sharpened. Do you see that difference? Oh yeah. Look at 1:1. Look at the micro 1:1 lens and look at the f2.8. If this is showing, just pay attention. Sharpen. Unsharpened. Sharpen. Unsharpened. That's a big difference. Very big difference. But I don't want this live stream to go too long. It's been an hour since this live stream started, so we're gonna end it right here. But thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time out. We will continue this with part 3 tomorrow. So if you guys really like these, the Adobe Premiere Pro 2019 CC tutorials on how I'm making my next video, please do subscribe, do like, do share. Now I got affiliate links to this lens. If you're a photographer or a videographer and you like micro lenses are very versatile tools, so I use them quite a bit, and I won the contest to actually review this lens. But with that said, everyone, please do support the channel. Hit the PayPal donation link. It really does help me out. I thank you. Arigato. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream. You guys take care. Happy shooting.